don't quite agree with this. These drones are just going to go down. And now what was the point of holding off if you're going to lose all your drones here anyways? You might as well lose the hatchery. TLO is just going to walk in here and crush this hatchery under the boot heels or the bootstraps of his Terran shoes. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing Sen can do about this. The hatchery is going to go down. Sen bringing in more roaches to try to defend. That's not going to happen. The ghost cloaking, and that ghost is oh so deadly with his EMP and his sniper rounds. I'm surprised that TLO is not producing more, but they are very gas intensive as he's just now getting his 5th and 6th gas up. We do have some roaches running across the other side of the map. Looks like they're going to try to get around these Hellions, and that's a lot of roaches actually. So Sen here has used his gold income wisely, been producing a lot of roaches, and he's going to try to go in and stop all mining at this expansion. Looks like TLO falling back with his siege tanks, realizing the threat abroad, and the roaches are among the mineral line. This is the 3rd time these SCVs have been disturbed. The ghost getting acided down. Acided down, that's a new word. As the SCVs are starting to pop. Lots of SCVs going down here, but look at the income tab. You can see the harvester count for Sen is still way low after losing all of his units at the gold. All mining here has been stopped meanwhile, as Sen does have quite a few roaches, but now the siege tanks should be able to clean this up quite nicely. And I think at this point Sen might want to consider tech switching out of roaches, because against all these siege tanks that have bonus damage versus armored, I just don't know if roaches is the answer. I think Sen might really want to change it up a little bit and start going for hive tech. He does have 145 supply worth of units, TLO at a measly 138, so there's that Korean macro kicking in once again against all odds. Still has a ton of macro and a lot of forces. 3 overlords here fully loaded up. Looks like Sen gonna try to do some kind of a drop attack, as there are still some forces here at home. TLO wisely leaving a lot of his army at home to while he was dealing with the roaches abroad, and here comes some roaches dropping right into the Terran ball. Well, that didn't work out too well. Maybe he's going to take out a siege tank. Oh, looks like we have a bunch of roaches and infestors coming from the south end as well. Now, can the infestors mind control the Thor? They are going to mind control 2 of the Thors, and that is all the Thors. And now this expansion in serious trouble. Where is the ghost to snipe out these infestors? The ghosts are nowhere to be seen. Here's the ghost right here. It's got to get there to snipe those infestors quickly, but it looks like TLO is just going to kill off his own Thors. Not going to even worry about it, and he is going to be able to hold the expansion. Sen making a nice push, breaking all the defense all the way up to this line right here, up to the SCVs mining at the expansion, but never was able to do any damage to the expansion. And so that attack not successful for Sen, as TLO was just barely able to hold on. Look at this Viking happily popping away those overlords, and we have, looks like, another drop being prepared by Sen, currently at 124 supply. So Sen is really starting to drop here. He's starting to lose out in the macro game. TLO at 119 though, and here comes the drop. The question is, how much damage can Sen do? Can he kill off all of these factories and starports and all the production facilities of the Terran player? If he can do that, then he's going to buy a ticket to maybe possibly get back into this game. And here comes TLO. He's going to bring up some of the siege tanks and banshees, but the question is, how much damage is going to be inflicted before it is too late? The roach is going to try to get in range of these tanks before the tanks can do too much damage. I think that the roaches are going to be able to clean this up just fine. Couple more siege tanks coming from behind here, and interestingly enough, siege tanks in normal mode do more damage to roaches than they do in siege mode. At least they do have the versus armored bonus, whereas in siege mode they do not. So it looks like TLO able to hold on to his main base just barely. I don't think he lost anything except maybe a couple add-ons here or there. Every attack then so far has just been not working for Sen. Sen now at 3 bases still. Looks like he did get this expansion up and mining for a while. TLO is at 3 bases as well. Looks like he's interested in grabbing the island expansion over here. I'm surprised that Sen is not spewing creep down on these expansions. He could be doing that to block off a lot of the command centers, but look at this, a planetary fortress being erected at the gold, and there's not really much that Sen can do about a planetary fortress. I mean, you could have a whole handful of swarm units and you could just throw them and throw them and throw them, and if TLO just uses his SCVs to repair, you're never going to take that thing down. So it's not very cost beneficial to attack a fortress, and he has some mutalisks, but the mutalisks are just going to vaporize or get vaporized by the Thor, I think. But look at this, the mind control from the Infestor, but the Planetary Fortress takes out the mind control, and the Mutas now are starting to die very rapidly to this Thor. Oh my goodness, and Sen is trying to take out the Thor, but he needs to take out this missile turret as well. If he can take out the missile turret, then the Mutas will have free reign over the fortress, but all the Mutas go down. The attack once again getting thwarted, and Sen here kind of not microing as well as we'd like him to see. He's also kind of lost that Infestor as it was running away. And TLO is really starting to control the map. And really, Desert Oasis, living up to its name, is still providing those epic games, which I'm sure these players are ultra annoyed at having to play here. But hey, look at these mech upgrades. +2 armor, +3 weapons. The damage from the Thor's hammer rivaling its original damage pre-nerf, 39 damage per shot. The siege tank at +3 damage. This is just insane. Hellions still have +3 damage as well. And TLO is completely playing a Terran mech build, not playing Bionic at all. So this is really a dramatic shift in the metagame that we've been used to the last couple of months. Terran players now really starting to discover the power and the potential of Terran metal. And here we go as a Ghost is making its way in. It is obviously there to EMP the Infestors before the Infestors can mind control. Is TLO? Yes, he does get one EMP off, but he misses the 2 Infestors in the back. A second EMP catches the second Infestor. So only one Infestor has enough energy to mind control right now, and that is going to be crucial. If TLO decides to push in, he does not have to worry that much about mind control, and now's the time to do it. Push in and then get your Hellions behind the mineral line to kill off all the drones while you're distracting the main Zerg army. That's what TLO wants to do, and here it comes. Only one Infestor can mind control. Are we going to see a mind control? No, the Infestor's just kind of running in there to die. Send GG's. Send GG's as TLO completely just raffle stomps him this game, and coupled with his amazing harass abilities, showcasing Terran mech to the max. And Sen from Korea never had a chance, so we are going to move on to an ace match, a 7th and final ace match to determine the final victor of the Kaspersky Cup Finals. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this cast. Make sure to stay tuned and subscribe if you guys like what you see. Thanks a lot, guys. HD signing out.